listener cast, telecast, it's the 10 items or less podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 10 Items or Less. I'm your host, Justin Smith. You know the deal. We bring in a guest and we fire 10 questions at him. My guest today is a comic that lives here in Austin, Texas. I saw him on stage and I immediately was like, I cannot wait to have him as a guest on the podcast. Guys, my guest today is Anthony Pappaly.
What's up?
Yeah.
Woo.
What's up, dude? You good?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. Thanks for doing it.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been kind of, you know, it's always like you try to get a date and then it's like it doesn't work and blah.
Yeah.
So like, but that's kind of the fun thing is like when you try to do something for so long, you're like, once you finally get it, you're like, all right, dude, let's
do it. Let's run it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you got it. You're nailing it. You ready to get it going?
Let's start.
Oh, dude,
I'm ready to rock and roll.
All right. First question. Who is your favorite dead person?
Oh, okay. This is like genuine, heartfelt, not even. I love Anthony Bourdain.
Oh.
It broke my heart.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you excited for the movie?
No, I don't think.
You don't think so?
I don't think I'm excited for it.
Yeah?
I don't think he would have wanted it. No.
I mean, I think the chef part of him would probably not like it.
Yeah.
But the writer part that is all about living on and having who you are be remembered in any artistic form.
Yeah.
And now, granted, my girl is, I mean, she watches No Reservation.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of hard to fall asleep to because you're like,
For sure.
listen, man, I'm just trying to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, why are you being all philosophical? It's 2 a.m., dude.
Yeah,
like, just chill.
Right.
You're like he's saying the most beautiful things ever. You're like, yeah, he's eating chili while he's doing it. Like, just come on, man. Like, let's bring it down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he's a guy that you're like, yeah, like that he kind of could sit down with anybody.
Yeah, for sure. He seemed like, rebellious in a lot of ways, but very like, I don't know, everything he said was just so like poetic and like very grounded and
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just very relatable to a lot of people. But I don't know. I think I'm going to see the movie.
Yeah.
For sure. But I
sure.
don't know. The idea of it just seems so weird.
I think that there's always in every biopic there's always a thing that like you got to sell it but there's always going to be some like incredible truth in it.
Yeah.
We were talking about this today in the barbershop where we were talking about Bohemian Rhapsody and how people tear apart biopics.
Yeah.
And to me, like when I watch Bohemian Rhapsody, my whole thing is like it's about a guy's journey and how long it takes him to understand a life lesson his father tried to teach him.
Okay.
And at the end of his life, he finally understands the knowledge that his father was trying to pass on to him. But people are like, oh, I don't like, I don't like the way that they made his clothing look at this period because this period, when he was singing this song, he was wearing this thing.
Yeah.
Or it's not really like him. You're like, well, they're just trying to tell a story for casual people.
Yeah.
A biopic isn't for super fans.
Sure.
You've already unlocked all the great parts.
Right.
Like this is for people that don't know who he is or kind of just like, yeah, like I feel like it's something to teach somebody more about who they are.
I guess, yeah. I didn't like Bohemian Rhapsody because they made Rami Malek look fucking crazy. Dude. His fucking teeth look nuts. I don't think.
I'm gonna tell you something. This is the case in point right here. This is literally what I was like. I was like, yeah, it's a look at the guy learn a lesson. You're like, nope, teeth.
I couldn't even get to the lesson. I was like, Rami Malek looks like a beaver.
You're like, how does he chew bubble gum? I don't get it.
It didn't make any sense to me. I think that with the Bourdain thing, I think it would have been cooler if they made an original movie with a character that was kind of inspired by Bourdain,
right?
Instead of trying to tell his story.
Well, I kind of feel like they already did that.
With what?
It's Ratatouille.
Yeah,
because I think even Anthony Bourdain himself said that Ratatouille felt like the most honest depiction of what it was like to be a chef. And you're like, oh, so
so we've already done it. Why do we need to make a Bourdain?
That's true.
We should make a live action Ratatouille. I think that would be.
I think it's funny to watch you. Was watching you say that,
Yeah.
and I was watching you lose steam in your own idea. You were like, "I think we should make a live Reddit."
Well, it'll be just like the Bohemian Rhapsody thing, where people will be like, "Look at the fucking teeth on that thing. It doesn't even look good." You know. So.
It's always the teeth, man. Maybe you just got a thing for teeth.
I think just they made Rami Malek look crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe Rami Malek is just a little crazy, and that's kind of like the thing that, maybe he just is he's like a quiet version of Gary Busey.
Okay, yeah.
You're like, that's why we love him. You're like him being a little off.
He's a quiet version of Gary Busey?
Because you're always like, it's like, you ever seen Point Break before?
Yeah.
You know that scene where they're like, where he's just kind of over, like they meet at the pool for the first time, and they go get the bricks. You know him going, wah, and jumping in the pool sideways. That wasn't in the script.
Yeah, they're like,
he
fuck,
just
man.
did that.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's what makes us love him.
I guess so, yeah.
So
I'll let it slide.
Yeah. Well, thanks for understanding.
Yeah.
But I do think Anthony Bourdain is a real solid choice.
Yeah, for sure. It really just broke my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you. But you know what they say? Death is kind of like the last adventure.
Sure. Or Ho Chi Minh. That's the other person.
That's quite a spread.
Yeah, I like to keep it wide range. I just think Ho Chi Minh would have loved a lot of we got going on today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I know about him is he had a trail.
Yeah, that's really all I know about him, too. I just know he was kind of like a bad guy. We had problems with him, but for some reason, I think today, he'd come around.
Can I just tell you that it's so funny that you, like, because there were times when I try to be kind of, like, well-versed with certain people, and then when you said that, I was like, oh, I guess I don't really know. Maybe I don't know. Like, we were watching the World Cup, and then the guy that is the super fan for DR Congo, the guy that waves.
Okay.
He's representing the statue of Patrice Lumumba.
Okay.
From Congo. He was like the first democratically elected leader in Congo. He's like a big deal for the country. But I didn't know anything about him really until I saw that superfan. Okay. And then I went on a deep dive. Yeah. So when you were saying like the Ho Chi Minh, I was like, oh, I guess I don't really know. I guess maybe I got to do some Googling after this.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I just for something about him, the name Ho Chi Minh. Sick.
It's pretty rad.
I feel like it's because we don't know a lot about him. He's probably very misunderstood.
I'm gonna tell you something. A Google search is gonna decide whether this part of the episode gets cut or not, because I would feel real bad if I'm like, oh no, absolute genocide lover.
I'm sure he was a bad guy.
Yeah,
but I'm sure there's a lot of good things we don't know.
Oh, that's so crazy. But yeah, that doesn't it feel weird where you're on a podcast and you're on camera, and you're like, I don't know anything about the guy, so like I don't want to be like, I don't want to kill anybody's steam.
Yeah.
And then you both realize like, oh, we both don't know anything about who we're talking about.
Yeah.
And that's part of the fun of doing the whole thing.
I think that protects us, not knowing.
Do you think it does? Because I don't think it does at all. I think it gets you in trouble more than it doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, I for sure you get in trouble, but I think you got to play that part where we both vehemently go, yeah, we don't really know anything.
We just got to, there's just the thumbnail is just us just going, I don't know. All right, next question. In your opinion, what is the best garnish for a drink?
I like orange peel.
Okay.
I like the way they twirl it.
Yeah.
And they stick a toothpick through it.
Okay.
I like that.
So not a slice.
No, I don't want a slice. I want the peel.
Okay.
I like the peel.
So what do you typically like getting the peel in?
It comes in a bunch of stuff, but I usually like an old fashioned.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I love an old fashioned. Sorry, I got real aggressive being supportive. I old fashioned is my favorite cocktail.
It's great.
It's also weird how often people mess it up.
People mess it up. So you just have so many different versions of it. Yeah. No one old fashioned is the same, I feel like.
I had one at a restaurant here that was like it was a Cuban restaurant, and they were like, we're gonna do it's like a Cuban old fashioned.
Okay.
So they had coconut in the ice.
Okay.
And you ever have a cocktail that you're like on the menu? It looks so you're like, oh, I could see how this palette works and the whole thing, and then you get it and you're like, I think the bartender that designed this drink is not back there anymore. Yeah. I think he quit and moved somewhere else. Yeah. And then you taught a server how to make this drink because it does not. You're like,
wasn't good.
It also just doesn't work.
Yeah.
You're like, I feel like there was a couple other things that should have gone into this.
It's just coconut with a normal old fashioned.
It's just like I shouldn't. You're like, in theory, this works really good, like flavor wise. Yeah. But you're like, why am I chewing my drink? You're like, I can't. Yeah. I'm out, dude.
Sure.
And so, but I love an old fashioned, and orange peel's a solid choice.
Orange peel's good. I love it when they express it on the drink. You see like the oils of the orange peel.
You like the show.
I like the show of a good cocktail.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
And are you like a smoke guy and everything?
I don't mind it. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some drinks, I mean, sometimes I don't like the smoky taste. Sometimes I do. It depends on the mood, I guess.
How do you feel about the savory garnish for a drink?
Like
if you go like a Bloody Mary.
Like a piece of bacon.
Like, I mean, I'm talking a whole lamb leg, dude.
I can do that.
Yeah.
If it's a Bloody Mary, to me, a Bloody Mary is just like a cocktail soup.
Right.
You know? You just got you got celery, you got olives, you got bacon.
I really wish I like tomato more than I do because I feel like I wish there was an alternative to the Bloody Mary because it's like I just don't like tomato and a Bloody Mary's so tomatoey. Yeah. So like, can we figure out something? It's like a martini has like an olive. You're like, I can do that. Can we find like a olive alternative? Yeah. For like a Bloody Mary, like I just need an excuse to have a chicken wing with an olive flavored alcoholic drink.
I mean, what other? I feel like I've seen people do like bacon with like an old fashioned.
Yeah, but I just feel like I feel like everything that comes with an old fashioned is just like a rustic. Like I love cigars and I love old fashions, and sometimes if a place has a really good bar and a really good bartender, I will mix the two. Okay. But so many, you're just like, this isn't good. Like, you're like, I don't like mixing these things together. Honestly, a Mexican Coca-Cola goes better with a cigar than any whiskey.
Really?
I mean, people are going to hate me for saying that. Okay. But I always feel that like a sweeter situation is way better with a cigar than an old fashioned. Okay. But, I mean, that's just me. But yeah, I wish there was a savory situation that didn't involve tomatoes.
What else is there though? Like, what would you? I'm trying to think of like what other vegetable maybe.
I don't know, man. They put coconut in a ice cube. Figure it out. You know what I mean? Like we had sugar in Coca-Cola, and they go, "Hey, we're gonna try to make Coca-Cola without sugar," and they figured it out.
Well, do you like spicy drinks? Like a spicy marg?
Brother, anything to get me a chicken wing while I'm drinking.
I think you could probably get a chicken wing in a marg, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, maybe.
I'm going to tell you what.
It's very lime heavy.
You know what? You're getting me going. Could you imagine getting a margarita and there's just like a quesadilla? Like you get a whole quesadilla on like a little like a stick? Yeah. Like a kebab of
that would
quesadilla?
Be nice. Yeah, quesadilla.
Yeah. Yeah. Because lime and quesadilla and chicken, all that stuff, that all goes together.
It all goes together, yeah.
Or tacos.
Yeah.
Like a good taco, if you can keep it wrapped up.
Yeah, you have like a taquito straw.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, I can see that in your eyes, you're totally out on this idea. You're totally like, I don't know, man, just drink and order a snack, dude. Why are we doing this?
I think you just got to overcome the tomato juice.
Yeah. All right, next question. Tell me about a time that you were stupid in a big city.
Okay, it was like New Year's Eve.
That's perfect time.
It was my first year in the military, and I came home for the holidays. I was in Hawaii. I came home to San Francisco, and I was like, I'm living on my own for the first time. I'm like, in college, I commuted. Like, I didn't have like a party life or anything. So the military was kind of like my college. I lived in a barracks, which was like a dorm. Right. I was going out every weekend, drinking. We were doing like bottle service. Like,
oh wow!
I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I just had this guy who loved to party, and I would just hang out with him every weekend. So I was like, I'm a fucking big shot. So I came home and I was like, let me go party. So me and a family friend went to a nightclub in San Francisco. I don't know. This family friend is just like a younger guy I know, like almost like a cousin. And we went to this nightclub in San Francisco. I had a buddy from high school who was DJing that night. And I was like, let me ball out. I was getting drinks like crazy. And I blacked out
Oh no.
in this nightclub New Year's Eve. And all I vaguely remember was, you had like these images that pop up. I remember this image of a bigger black woman twerking on me. Me trying to get my coat from like the coat hanger at the club, and I was trying to tip the guy like $200. And my cousin, my family friend was like, "Don't do that. What are you doing?" And then I remember I'm on the BART train, and all I remember is everyone looking at me going, "No, no, 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 no," and I was like, "I'm gonna throw up." And then I just blacked out, and then I wake up at my family friend's girlfriend's place. I don't know where I was at, but there's pictures of me just like thrown up on the train, passed out at the train station. I was like down like $500-$600.
Like down or overdrafted?
Just down. Like I just spent so much money on a night I didn't remember.
Well, that's a fun swipe where you're going through your phone photos, and then all of a sudden you get to the bank statement, which is like I feel like the grand finale.
Yeah.
You're like, how much did this cost me?
Yeah.
Or the worst part with banking now is sometimes you'll charge in a place and it won't come out immediately. It comes out like a day or two later.
Yeah.
So you're like,
fuck.
It just keeps coming, dude. You're like, when did I end up in a taco? You're like, it just makes no sense. Like,
Doesn't make any sense.
why was I at a carnival gift shop?
Yeah.
I didn't even go to a carnival. Like, how did I end up like? That explains the big, like, Pello bag of peanuts that's in my room.
Yeah.
You know, it's such a weird night. I also think that it's funny. The over tipping thing is such a drunk thing to
You have
do.
no wherewithal to count your money. You're just like, it's green.
I don't know if you know this or not. I've gotten. It always ends up happening in Houston, of all places. But whenever I go to Houston, I see old friends and we start getting after it. And this is where I found out that Uber puts a limit on the tip you can give to the driver.
Oh, really?
Because I went out and I never talk to Uber drivers because I'm just kind of like, hey man, you're just trying to do your job.
Yeah.
You don't like. Let's just be cool. But when I get sauced, I remember getting picked up at the secret group by this guy, and the ride was maybe 5 minutes. And in that 5-minute ride, I was like, this guy's the best. He's amazing. And I went to the Uber app to tip, and I was going to tip him like, I think the ride was like $5. I was going to tip him like $20 or $30.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, I like you. You know, like I'm sauced like that. And I'll never forget, I went to go tip him that much, and Uber was like, yeah, you can't do that because you can't tip your driver more than like 80% of your ride. And I was like, what kind of country do we live in where the app can just tell me, oh, you can't tell me how much to tip? This is America. And then now, like, you're like, oh, that's absolutely, thank you so much for doing that. Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative.
Uber knows you're going to be drunk.
Next question. What is the proper punishment for microwaving seafood in a communal space?
I say you let that guy go.
You're catch and release.
I say don't even catch him. Let him go. It's a communal space. It's a microwave. That's his food. Let that guy fucking eat fish, man. Let him eat crab. Let him eat whatever. I hate that. I don't care. I don't care if your food stinks. Enjoy. Eat up. Eat up, buddy. Enjoy it.
So you're all about free reign.
Free reign. Put a bowl of chili in there. Let it splatter. I don't give a fuck. Eat whatever you want.
Now you're borderline anarchy.
I don't think so. I think it's a communal space. It's food. It's nothing crazy. It's not like, if you're what do people use microwaves for, like to melt clay or whatever, arts and crafts? I think that's crazy.
Do people melt stuff in microwaves?
I think people do it for like there's some arts and crafts stuff maybe.
I think I got to look this up. That's like That feels like a TikTok that I'm not a part of.
I'm pretty sure people use microwaves for other things.
I'm gonna look this up. That's crazy. I had no idea. I thought. I mean, maybe it's the purist in me, but I'm like, no, microwaves are for food only. But I guess there's nothing that keeps you from.
It's for food. I think as long as you clean up after yourself, I think you. All's well. Let it. If it stinks, it stinks. Who cares? It's food.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. You have not answered a question the way that I thought you would answer any of it. That's a wild. You're like, hey man, like this office is 800 square feet. I'm gonna need you to not, like on a plane. Are you like cool with anybody eating anything on a plane?
I think a plane is different. I think.
Now we're just arguing about square footage. That's all it is now. See, now you're mine.
I think a plane is different. A plane is just such a more regulated area, you know?
Right.
We're all trying to get somewhere.
Right.
They have food on board. You know, I think if you bought it in the airport, you should be allowed to eat it. If you brought it, I think that's on TSA to stop that.
Now we're cooking. This is great. I like this. So you think that TSA should have to do like a little how would you enforce it? Like a sniff check?
I think they got all these dogs. You know what I mean? I don't know. Have a food dog. You got all these drug dogs and bomb dogs. Have a food dog. Have a little fat little dog who's like, this is weird.
Yeah.
This smells weird.
Just an English bulldog. He's just I can just imagine an English bulldog just sitting by the scanner and he's going and the second he goes he puts it away.
You're like,
he holds his breath. He's like, I'm not breathing right now. He goes, I need to breathe. I'm going to flirt with death just so I don't have to smell what you brought from your weird garden.
Yeah. I think if you buy it in the airport, though.
I mean, I
let it go.
Yeah, because I was trying to think of any place in an airport that I've seen that I would be upset if somebody brought it on a plane. I don't think they really.
They don't
Not
really.
really.
It's not that crazy.
And I'm kind of yeah.
But in an office, you're working. You're a hardworking man. You know, life is so tough. The economy is rough. Let the man heat up a freaking plate of
seafood,
crawdads, whatever he's eating, man.
Crawdads.
Let the man eat.
It's I think there's the thing about seafood is also it's very slurpy. Like when you're eating it, it's just so like. I mean, I know it sounds so weird. We're just like.
Well,
like, if I gotta hear you,
like crab, if it's like shellfish.
I mean, like crawfish, you're like,
yeah.
You know, you're like, hey man, like
maybe don't do a boil.
Yeah,
you know, you're not pouring.
See, now we're talking. Like, we're finding out you got little barriers. I feel like we're breaking them down.
A boil is crazy in an office.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, you're saying.
But you, where's the guy that was 5 minutes ago? Like, let them cook. Let them live their life.
Well, if you have a little bowl of like crawdads and corn and crab, or whatever, and you microwave that, I think that's fine. I think if you're bringing a big old bucket and you're putting,
Hey, by your original argument, if you got a stove, it's there for the people.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right, but I don't hate it.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'll put it to you like this: if you're doing a boil and I gotta smell it, I should be allowed to have some.
Yeah, if you're gonna do a whole boil, bring enough.
If you're gonna bring some bowls.
Yeah.
If you're doing that for everybody, I'm on board. I'll allow it.
If you're doing a boil, yeah.
I love the TSA thing.
Yeah.
I feel like we should write a letter to a government official.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean,
they had all these ICE agents.
Yeah.
They have them just smell stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be amazing. I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if that would make somebody more racist. You're like, you already have people that are like, yeah, sure. I'll lock people up.
They're stopping Indian guys. They're stopping Chinese guys.
And then they got to smell their food. You're like, oh, I've never smelled duck before.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh. You're like, you're like, oh, did we just gave a racist steroids. Like that feels, I don't like that.
Yeah, it's true.
But having a dog do it?
Have a dog.
All right, dude. We're to the last question. It's the big one. What hill would you die on?
There's so many.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. Do you have people who go? Have you had anybody go like against this question where they're like? Because I thought about this on the drive here. I was thinking so much about this.
Yeah.
Because I wanted something good. So I wanted something funny, but then I was like, maybe I'd do something serious. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't think there should be a hill you die on. I think you should be open to change.
Okay.
I think that sometimes. But then I go, I fucking love In-N-Out, and it's the best burger ever, and that'll never change. You know? You know what I mean?
I love that is such a zen like answer that is, again, it is passive and combative at the same time. That's so great. You're like, dude, who's fighting over stuff? Also, you don't like In-N-Out? Who are you? You're like, just like,
Yeah.
It's such a great energy to have.
Yeah, because when I think about like real deep philosophical hills to die on, I go, I don't know. I think I could be open to change.
Yeah.
But then there's certain things like I'll stand for In-N-Out till I die.
It's amazing. Where can people find you?
Mostly on Instagram. Add Anthony Pappaly. On YouTube, add Anthony Pappaly.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. And then, I do stand up in Austin. I travel a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely go follow Anthony. His sketches are incredible.
Thank you,
and
dude.
So very funny.
Thanks, man.
So-
Thanks for having me. This was so fun.
Dude, thanks for doing it, man. You were
Yeah.
amazing.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.